Now the news at 1. Federal Capital Territory Administration clears the air on land disputes. World Diabetes Day. Experts lament increased rate of diabetes in Nigeria. And banks to resolve customer complaints in 2 weeks. NDIC insists. Many thanks for joining us on the news at 1. I am Sandra Akene. Now the news. The Federal Capital Territory Administration has cleared the air on what led to the confrontation between the FCT minister and a military officer on land developments. Onoze Yakubu was at the media briefing convened by the directors of the Development Control and Lands Departments and brought back this report.
The controversy surrounding the confrontation between the FCT minister and the military officer might have generated discourse at various quarters. The issue of whether the disputed parcel of land has genuine title documents and building approval remains contentious. The FCT administration, through the Department of the Development Control and Lands Department, while clearing the air, restated the administration resolved to follow the rule of law in all its dealings.
The claimants have relied on a letter of intent issued by the Department of Parks and Recreation in 2007, 18 years ago, to develop, manage, and operate a designated park site. Letter of intent, not statutory right of occupancy. I wish to make it clear that in the FCT, the only thing that gives you title to land is statutory right of occupancy.
One thing is clear. The development on ground is not in line, has not been approved because there is no title document. What has been issued to Santos Estates is just to develop and maintain a park. That is all.
Director of Development Control, however, apologizes to Nigerians for his actions.
Nations rise and develop when we follow laws, obey orders, follow laws, as well as govern by rule of law. So it is unfortunate that we have issued order, nobody respected it. So I'm really sorry for what really happened.
Meanwhile, the FCT Minister Yesen Wike, who has expressed respect for Nigeria's military institutions, maintains his administration's stance that following due process in all affairs is sacrosanct.
I've told everybody who cares, even when you are working with me, you will not be here forever. Perfect your document. You don't know who is coming tomorrow. The mere fact that nobody did that yesterday does not mean that somebody will not do it tomorrow. Does not mean, even if I want to help you, I should be able to say, listen, I will not be here forever. Therefore, I have to perfect the document. So when I leave, you will not have yourself to be blamed.
The FCTA hopes to see to the amicable resolutions of the dispute. Onoze Yakubu, NTA News.
After 2 days of engagement on democratic governance and national cohesion, the role of editors in Nigeria, the Nigerian Guild of Editors, 21st All Nigeria Editors Conference, came to a close with new members and fellows inducted. Joseph Oten reports that the journalism profession was challenged to uphold credibility and professionalism as anchors of truth and national stability.
It is a gathering of veteran journalists from across the country bringing decades of experience to the table as they examined the evolving challenges confronting the media landscape.
this democracy we're enjoying today. Some journalists were killed. Some went to prison. Some were brutalized. So it's our responsibility as modern editors or as active editors now to say, look, guys, we have to keep this country together.
AI is very sophisticated in terms of knowledge input, in terms of disparity of curation, and in terms of the width. The editors too will require to up their ante with respect to information that they have, so that they can be able to correct what you probably call, irregularities.
In an age where misinformation spread rapidly and digital manipulation fuels tension and instability, this year's All Editors Conference returned focus to the core responsibility of journalism in safeguarding truth and strengthening national cohesion.
I've not seen reason to criticize what the editors have been writing. Your own criticism has been positive. We've taken those criticisms, they've been tools for improving governance for us. The reason why Nigerian politicians are using the proof card is that they have denied the ordinary citizens the right to survive. So, if you refuse to create legitimate means of livelihood for Nigerian citizens, they will create for themselves illegitimate means of livelihood.
Can we do something that will protect the children, women, minority groups, and people who are weak in our society? We just can't continue to just roll on and on and on as if nothing is going wrong.
The conference wrapped up with a colorful gala night where new members were formally inducted and distinguished professionals elevated as fellows of the Guild, making a renewed commitment to ethical and accountable journalism. In Abuja, Joseph Utsen, NTA News.
With massive developments witnessed in Abuja, the Federal Capital Territory Administration, FCTA, in conjunction with the emerging Abuja projects, is set to organize the Groovy December Festival. At a press conference to announce the event, organizers said it is a major initiative to position Abuja as a premier end-of-the-year tourist destination. Ramatu Abdullahi reports.
Addressing the press, organizers of the upcoming Abuja Groovy December Festival announced that the event aims to rebrand and introduce the nation's capital to the world, scheduled to take place from December 15 to 31st, 2025. They assured that the festival promises a vibrant showcase of Nigeria's culture, lifestyle, and adventure.
One of the approvals we received from the FCTA is to rebrand Abuja and bring Abuja, to be a preferred tourism destination, culture and entertainment haven, where Nigerians in diaspora, over 20 million Nigerians in diaspora, and indeed tourists across the world can conveniently look forward to us coming to visit Nigeria, visit Abuja particularly.
The organizers say attendees can expect diverse celebrations including music and entertainment, a food festival, games, and a beauty pageant, among others.
The record, we have over 45 coordinators across different states in Europe and America, and they are working assiduously, convincing Nigerians and the young ones and their children who has not been here for over, some of them 20, 30 years have not been to Nigeria. I can tell you that with the effort we have made so far, a lot of them are looking forward to coming into Abuja to spend their holidays and of course be part of the fiesta. Tourism is life, and then of course when tourism begins to heighten, it also grows the economy. So we look forward to the economy of Abujans, to begin exponential growth from December.
The organizers have also assured that arrangements are in place to ensure adequate security and crowd control, anticipating an influx of visitors and promoting local tourism by highlighting
Culture is the mirror through which a people see themselves, shaping identity, values, and a sense of belonging. But as the modern influences continue to erode traditional practices, Concerns are growing over the fading edge. To affirm these values and rekindled national pride, the Muslim Community Center, Wuse Zone 3, held its 2025 Cultural Week, a celebration dedicated to promoting the beauty, diversity, and relevance of Nigeria's heritage. Shamsuddin Usman reports.
In the morning we breathe, in the afternoon we breathe, in the evening we breathe.
It was a vibrant display of color, rhythm, and tradition as parents, pupils, and well-wishers gathered for the 2025 Cultural Week celebration at the Muslim Community Center, Wuse Zone 3. The school came alive with traditional dances, historical dramas, and local delicacies, all reflecting the beauty and diversity of Nigeria's cultural heritage. The event aimed to celebrate and preserve the nation's cultural identity amid growing concerns about the erosion of traditional values. Organizers emphasized that a strong cultural foundation remains essential for national progress. Central to the celebration was a cultural competition where students showcased their traditions through music, attire, and storytelling.
Culture is fully integrated with development and progress of any country. For that reason, we felt it's very important that we always declare one day in a year that will enable our students and in first for those children to identify and respect their various cultures.
We are doing this to remind our children of our culture. As you know, most of them now, they are living in urban areas and they don't know how our culture used to be. You can see that they are very excited. The parents are also excited.
Performances highlighted Nigeria's multicultural identity as students dressed in traditional Hausa, Yoruba, Igbo, and Fulani attire presented poems and dramas. The presentation underscored Islam's recognition of cultural heritage anchored on modesty, respect, and communal harmony.
It unites the different cultures, the different students we have, Hausa, Igbo, Yoruba, Bagi, Igala, and others, so that they will know the history, the culture of each one of them.
I'm not even Igala, but this event was a way for me to learn about their culture and, you know, just bridge the cultural divide amongst us and ourselves, and we had a lot of fun.
The ceremony climaxed with a prize presentation, where the Yoruba group emerged winners of the cultural competition, followed by the Bagi and Hausa groups in second and third positions, respectively. In Abuja, Shamsuddin Usman, NTA News.
It is World Kindness Day 2025, a day dedicated to remind us that simple acts can build stronger hearts and closer communities. The Blessing Bassey Foundation marks the day with a sensitization campaign tagged Kindness for All, held at LEA Nomadic Primary School in Dutsi. Correspondent Onotu Yakubu reports on how the initiative is shaping the minds of young learners.
Kindness is the seed that grows peace in the hearts of children. That thought captures the drive behind the Kindness for All campaign by the Blessing Bassey Foundation, a value-based effort to build a culture of kindness among children and recognize those who live it daily. At the LEA Nomadic Primary School in Dutsi, pupils gathered to share stories of helping hands and gentle hearts. The event encouraged them to see kindness as a strength that binds their classroom community. During the session, fellow pupils identified Chinonsonwosu and Gideon John to be decorated in recognition as the kindest amongst them, celebrating their habit of helping classmates and sharing with others.
I give them back to love, to be kind like me.
If they're in trouble, I separate them from trouble. Then they need something, I used to help them with it. If I don't have it, I should tell them I don't have it.
The foundation's team reminded the children that kindness is not a one-day act, but a way of life, one that multiplies when practiced.
It is also very important for them to take this message back home so that it can have like ripple effect, especially for children that are not in the school community.
They are imparting a good behavior to the children. So I'm very, very grateful and happy.
In the same spirit, the foundation extended the sensitization to LEA Primary School, Kagini, reaching even more young minds with its message of empathy and shared humanity. The students also named a teacher, Mrs. Rose Umoru, alongside fellow learners as the ones who treat them with the most care, setting an example for both learners and staff.
That kindness of me, they saw it. I will continue to impart it on them.
I'm feeling good and I'm feeling happy. Let them be kind to each other. Let them not bully each other so that they will be kind.
For the Blessing Bassey Foundation, each child who learns to care becomes a light for others to follow. Onoto Yakubu, NTA News.
Thank you, Onotu. You're watching the news on NTA Channel 5 Abuja. We'll be back after this break.
Good evening, glad to have you join us.
Thanks for joining us on Weekly News Wrap.
Thank you very much for having me. And it is on that note we welcome you to today's edition of the program.
I will celebrate creativity, lasting impressions.
There's no book stating that this is the role for men.
On the news.
On the news at 7.
The news station NTA Channel 5 Abuja
would say have a lovely day.
Welcome back. Now on health. Diabetes continues to pose a major health challenge across Africa, with an estimated 54 million adults affected and more than half unaware of their condition. Health experts warn that the figure could double by 2045 if preventive measures are not strengthened, increasing the burden on individuals, families, and healthcare systems. This year's World Diabetes Day highlights the theme Diabetes and Well-Being, with the campaign focused on diabetes and the workplace. Cecilia Julius reports.
According to World Health Organization, Nigeria has the highest incidence of diabetes in sub-Saharan Africa, with its estimates that the prevalence of diabetes in Nigeria is 4.3%. Health experts say the high prevalence is primarily attributed to the lifestyle changes caused by urbanization, and it results in industries producing unhealthy diets, including sugar-sweetened drinks, lack of exercise, tobacco use, and harmful use of alcohol. Hence, the theme, Diabetes and Well-Being, with the campaign focus on diabetes and the workplace.
The work environment should be considerate. There's nothing to hide about diabetes. There shouldn't be any discrimination. Because you're diabetic, you should not be considered as you cannot fit in to perform well. So long as you will manage your diabetes properly, take your medications on time, eat your meals without skipping on time, get a convenient place for you to perhaps check your sugar level, especially for those people that are using insulin as their medication. They need to be checking their sugar levels before eating.
Good friend and classmate. In fact, the girl is sorted into one of the toes being affected, big sore, and eventually they had to amputate the leg, but he won't be dead. But people rally around, and treatment was given, and it's really nice that if anybody has such problem, even if you don't have money, speak out. People may surround and give the support necessary.
World Health Organization Regional Director for Africa, Dr. Mohamed Janabi, says to translate commitment into results, Countries must strengthen governance, increase financing for non-communicable disease services, and integrate diabetes prevention and treatment into national health and primary care plans, with policies that promote nutritious diets, physical activity, and lower consumption of unhealthy foods are essential to curb new cases. In Abuja, Cecilia Julius, NTA News.
Let's now join Serafina for business news.
Indeed, many thanks. Nigeria Deposit Insurance Corporation has reiterated its directive to banks to resolve customers' complaints within 2 weeks. Many thanks for joining me on this segment of Business This Week. I am Serafina Okon. The Debt Management Office (DMO) has released the allotment results for the November 2025 savings bond offer, confirming robust investment interest in both the 2-year and 3-year bond maturities. This is contained in a circular published on DMO's website Wednesday. Stated that 13.565% federal government savings bond maturing in November 2027 and the 14.565% FGN SB maturing in November 2028 were offered to investors from November 3rd to 7th, 2025, with settlement taking place in November 12th, 2025. The 0.565% federal government savings bond maturing in November 2027. The Nigeria Deposit Insurance Corporation (NDIC) has reiterated its directive to banks to resolve customers' complaints within 2 weeks, warning that unresolved cases after the deadline can be escalated directly to the corporation for intervention. The move, according to the NDIC, is part of its renewed commitment to protecting customers or depositors and ensuring stronger consumer confidence in banking system. Speaking at the NDIC Day during the ongoing Lagos International Trade Fair, the director claims Resolution Department Mr. Olawale Sule said the corporation remains the vocal point for resolving customer complaints and ensuring depositors' funds are safe. Sule, who represented the Chief Executive Officer of NDIC, Mr. Oludare Sunday, explained that one of the NDIC's core mandates is bank supervision, which includes examining banks, handling complaints, and ensuring that customer issues are promptly addressed. According to him, complaints could include unresolved ATM dispense errors or other issues affecting customers' accounts, and NDIC has a clear mandate to intervene when necessary. The Social Insurance Trust Fund has reaffirmed its commitment to protecting workers' welfare through sustained compensation payments and social protection policies across the country, disclosing that it paid over 1 billion in compensation. To a statement, Falaye said the fund's activities reflected its belief that benefits compensation is not just a policy, it is a promise that no worker will be left behind when life takes an unexpected turn. He explained that the NSITF has disbursed hundreds of millions of naira to affected employees and their dependents under the Employees Compensation Scheme, a statutory safety net protecting workers from occupational hazards. To our local story. Residents of the FCT have for a while now endured rise and unstable price of goods, especially staple foods, ranging from rice, beans, and gari as the major ones. However, recently traders attested that there's a crash in the prices of goods, especially food items, which they now say is a good development. Yet traders express worry over the decline in demand. Our business correspondent Cecilia Julius takes it up from here.
For most consumers of staple foods, the recent crash in their prices, especially during the Ember months, usually characterized by hike in their price, is said to be a turn in the right direction, which according to them will experience more patronage for the common man.
As soon as the rice started dropping, we find out that it affects them. Some lose like 20,000 naira each bag, some are losing up to 15, depends on when you buy.
Many thanks for staying with the Unity Station, and that's the much we can take on business news. Do stay for the continuation of the bulletin.
And that concludes the 1 p.m. news on NTA Channel 5 Abuja. Join us again at 7. I am Sandra Akemi. Good afternoon.